Hey, this is Russ. I wanted to address something to the knee replacement viewers. Okay. Now, as you know, that the Russ Is Right channel started out as kind of an everything channel. I didn't really know where my direction was going, and then I got a knee replacement. And next thing you know, we turned into a knee replacement channel. And it's been 3 years. On Sunday, we hit the 3 year mark. Here it is Tuesday now. So we've been talking the knee for a very long time, and my knee is getting better. So I kept thinking, is there any value for me to keep talking about the knee when my own knee is actually going to the point where I'm being more functional? So I asked the question to you guys whether it was worth continuing on with the knees. And several of you guys did jump in. People who have never commented before had jumped in and talked about it. And I'm beginning to realize that there are still people out there who have a benefit watching the Russ Is Right channel. Now, I will tell you to go take a look at some of the older Russ Is Right videos, because then you can see the progression I made over the time. Okay. So what about new videos? What are we going to talk about for the knee that are new videos? Well, I will say this, that because my own knee is actually getting better, I can't really say too much about my own knee's journey because it's pretty much almost done at this point. I mean, I still have issues, but in general, it's essentially done. So I think what I will talk about in the future for Russ Is Right knee replacement videos, which will happen on Tuesdays if it happens at all. Okay, it'll be on Tuesdays. I'm going to be more about telling you about things that had happened to me in the past and how I dealt with things. Okay, your comments on the videos will prompt me to decide what the next videos will be. Okay, so if you have issues with your knee or questions about your knee, throw them in the comments. That way, if I think it's good enough for a video, I'll make a video out of that. Okay. In addition to that, I realized too that it's really the encouragement that people get watching the knee videos and reading the comments from my knee videos. All right, because if you've read any of my comments back to you, you'll notice that I have a certain thing that I always kind of say to people is, don't give up, keep going, work through the pain, keep working at physical therapy. All right. These are the things that are pretty much what I tell people. And I think the videos going forward were going to be kind of like that, where they're just encouraging words to you knee patients so that you don't give up in working hard. Okay. Now, let me address one other thing. That's probably the most common question people ask me. And maybe it's because they haven't seen other Russ Is Right videos. Maybe they only ran into one. And so they asked me the question is, how long does it take? All right. Now, you know that this is hard to answer because, the doctors tell us 3 to 4 months, you'll be fairly functional at that point. Well, it wasn't for me. It took me a lot longer. But for my own self, it took me about a year and a half. And then the final half a year was e-biking to help keep that flexion and extension the way it was. So I always say it is a 2 year journey. Okay, even though about a year and a half into it, I was probably I guess I was functioning okay, but not perfectly. Okay, so I would say a year and a half to 2 years for me, but many people claim 2 years. Right, so even if your knee was good after 3 or 4 months, you may find that it's not perfect. Right, it's not like you're 100% back to normal. It takes a while. Even for those guys, it could take them a little bit of time, but they were able to at least do things that they probably never thought they were able to do with their bad knee. So 3 to 4 months for those guys, year and a half to 2 years for us guys. So now I know that you might think, okay, how could you laugh at all this stuff? Well, that's how I got through my knee journey. If I didn't have a sense of humor about it, I think I would have gone crazy. You gotta find the thing to kind of get your mind off of the knee, but still work on the knee. You know what I'm saying? If all you're thinking about is the negative things about your knee, you're gonna just say it's terrible. I'm depressed about it. I'm giving up. If you do that, yeah, you're done. I'm gonna say that right out right now. You're done at this point because in your mind, you're not gonna go any further. The only way you're going to get better with your knee is that you push yourself beyond where you think you can go. All right. And I'm going to tell you that if you do that, you have a chance. If you don't do that, you have zero chance. So you're done. It's as simple as that. Don't give up. Keep working at it. Okay. You're not going to get any pity from me if you're asking me a question about that, because you're going to hear me say the same thing again. Don't give up. Keep working at it. Work harder. Work through the pain. and keep going. That's really been the message of Russ Is Right for knee patients from the start. Okay, so don't give up. All right. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to tell you guys. We're going to continue with the knee things. It's going to be more of an encouragement type of video for you. I'll talk about topics as I see them in the comics as they come through, and then I will tell you a little bit about some of the things that had happened to me in the past. But as far as in the current, yeah, my knee is pretty much to the point where I think it's set where it's going to be. Okay. And on days I don't have a good knee, and those days I may mention, yeah, the knee's hurting today, or maybe I overworked it and it's hurting a little bit. I may mention things like that. But other than that, my knee is essentially done, I think. Anyways, keep watching Russ Is Right for the knee videos, and then we'll continue on Tuesdays. Now, we may miss a couple Tuesdays here and there, but on Tuesdays, okay? I'll talk to you guys next time.